Woody. FOC.
What's going on, everybody? It is Sunday. That means it's time to talk about Final Order Cutoff. Like Neighbor to the North said, chat is very empty because last night Spine Ticks went 8 hours, and so I think some people might just be waking up. So I don't know how you're here, Sith. You've been, what did you get, like 5 hours, 4 hours of sleep? Man. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Need to get some sleep, Seth. What's going on? We got Clayman Comics in here. Connor Lines. What's going on? Welcome in, everybody. Got some people trickling in now that it's gone live. So we'll yeah, I went back and I just kind of flipped through because it was like it was way too long to catch everything that I missed, and I saw Perpetual was on. I don't know if anyone else popped on in there, but you had a crew all the way to the end. But yeah, so Final Order Cutoff, as always, guys, that is the last day that you can get your orders in for these books to your LCS or get them into your online retailer, whoever. Today is the cutoff for books that come from Lunar. So that means that is our DC books, that is our Scout books. But also Scout is available through previews still. And so previews is going to have everybody outside of DC. So we'll kick it off with Lunar because their cutoff is today. So those orders may be due very soon to your shop. Let me get over to this. See if I can do this right. Perfect. Yeah, you don't want us to watch those moments. I know how it is. Hey, what's going on? Said Pool is in the house. Welcome in. All right, so let's start talking about the Lunar Cutoff books. So we'll kick it off here. We've got Action Comics 2021 Annual number 1. So this is, looks like we got the Super Family here, the return of Future State's House of L. So they are revisiting quite a few of these Future State topics that didn't seem like they might continue with, but here we go. In this annual, we're going to see back to the Future State House of L. This cover B here is by Valentin Delandro. We also have Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries Extravaganza number 1. Nice crossover between Scooby-Doo and Batman. This has Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries number 1 and 2 combined into one book for you. And this one from Scout Comics by the Horns. This is, I love this. I read issue number 2 that came out this last week, and it was another phenomenal issue. I really like the way that they've taken the story. It seemed like a straightforward, she's going to go kill some unicorns kind of story, and turned into this more complicated situation than she thought she was going to be in. So we'll see what happens. She's got unicorn companions now. So instead of killing them, she's working with them right now. And we just found out about all of these different wizards in this world, and she had to battle one to get herself free. And so I think that element of the story is going to be so cool and so much fun to see play out over the next 4 issues. 5 issues, because we only had 2 of them so far. There is a cover B here by Mark Dos Santos that the shop has to purchase at least 10 copies of the cover A in order to get this unlockable copy here. So that is one of the Scout books that is coming from Lunar on FOC this week. We have another annual here with Catwoman 2021 annual. This one's written by Ram V. So it's been interesting seeing his work, and the news that just dropped that he'll be taking over Venom with Al Ewing. That's pretty cool. So he's hopping on this annual here. There is a cardstock variant that's pretty dope by Liam Sharp. Uh, yeah, I've never seen anything like that, so that's pretty cool. We got some trade paperbacks. We have another annual. So this is the week of annuals. We've got Flash 2021 annual from Jeremy Adams, Brandon Peterson, Fernando Pasarin, and Brandon Peterson's on the cover art here. A Surge storyline racing to its conclusion, focused on Wally West. With this awesome Brett Booth cardstock variant cover with a lot of the different speedsters on the cover. Hey, what's going on? Hyper Combo is here. Louis Logix is here. I don't know if you guys made it to the end of Spine Ticks last night, but they went 8 hours. Insanity. Yeah, I haven't missed too much yet. Just started with Lunar. One thing I was pointing out was the By the Horns issue number 3 from Scout. Not much on FOC this week, though. Only 4 pages here. So this one will be quick. We'll be over to previews here shortly. Preacher 25th anniversary omnibus here. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. I fall asleep a lot earlier than I used to on Saturdays. But the fact they went that long, it's impressive. Or I guess probably Sith. Was anybody from the original crew with you at the end, or was it just you that made it all 8 hours? So speaking of, we have another 2021 book here. This is the Teen Titans Academy 2021 yearbook. So I assume that's them kind of taking it as an annual here. First quarter of classes draws to an end. Get a closer look at how the students, such as the mysterious Stitch, enrolled, catch up with the status of Beast Boy and Raven's relationship, and maybe, just maybe, get some clues on the origin of the new Red X. So this is one I read the first 2 issues of Teen Titans Academy. Stitch is actually a character that I would want to know more about, so I might have to pick this up just for that reason, to hear more about Stitch. And here Stitch gets a cover focused on Stitch. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. And that's it for the FOC for Lunar. Next one is in a week, so we don't have anything changing the date of that. So yeah, that is Lunar for this week. We'll move on over to previews. See how the chat's doing. Phil tried to make it to the end. What's up, Perpetual? One of the closers of Spine Ticks last night. Yep, third shift. And Real Rude 6, I think I saw he was on there at some point last night. So awesome. Welcome in, everybody. And the chat just started popping off. Well, you guys all made it in. I like it. Let's see. And Jay Ramirez is here as well. And Comics and Pops. What's going on, Alonzo? All right. You guys were waiting for me to get rid of the Lunar tab and move on over to previews before you came in. I see. So we'll move into Image Comics. First up, we've got crossover number 7 and a new story arc. And it looks like, wait, hold on. Chip Zdarsky's writing, not Donny Cates. So this should be interesting to see. Chip also did the cover art on this. It's going to be interesting to see what happens moving into this new arc with Chip Zdarsky writing it. I'm assuming There's a chance that he's doing one issue. We come back, and it would be interesting to see multiple writers, especially ones that have been named as missing in the book or killed off in the book, see them write issues. I think that would be a cool way to take the story. With this, previews does not show that there are any other variants for this, but let me go to League of Comic Geeks, see if they've got anything else showing up for this. Because unfortunately, previews doesn't always show everything. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was only a one-issue thing. Donny Cates is back writing the next issue. This looks like a store-exclusive variants for crossover, but I'm not seeing any other variants. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. Thanks, Louie. I appreciate that. Let's see. Entropy and Comics is in the house. Welcome in. Let's see what we got here. Lewis, Shadow Rabbit Clay Guy, making his clay statues last night in the little the cover recreation. So awesome job with those, Lewis. Yeah. So I'm wondering if this is going to have some sort of. I almost wonder if it's going to have some sort of Stillwater type of twist to it in this issue, since that is his current Image book. Hey, I actually just read God Country, and that was phenomenal. So I'm all for some of what he does. But you know, nobody's perfect. No writer's going to be hitting 100%. So find the works that you like from those creators. Yeah, no Doomsday Clock yet, Andy. We'll see. Let's see what else we got. Wow. All right. Super Honorable Nephew. Hey, what's going on? No worries. That's what the replay is for. But thanks for hopping in and saying hi. So moving into Department of Truth number 10, we got Bigfoot in this issue. I'm excited for that. That's going to be pretty cool to see. Time for Cole to join his first Bigfoot hunt. There's a cover B by Vincenzo Riccardi, which has some phenomenal work on it. We've got, I don't know if that's supposed to be a lizard person or a snake person there. Followed by a cover by Michael Dialynis. Michael, I just practiced saying his name earlier because I saw it on his Instagram. That is not exactly the right way to say that. But no worries. He is, of course, the writer for Wind and works with James Tynion on that. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing this Bigfoot story. Firepower, now that we've had 12 issues, is getting a volume 3 trade paperback. So volume 1 was, of course, the prequel. Volume 2 was 1 through 6, and this will be 7 through 12. Made in Korea. This was such a good one. It's getting a second print. Looks like a slightly different color, maybe grayer than the before. And then issue number 2 is on Final Order Cutoff. I really like this. It's a 6-issue miniseries. Definitely going to be really interesting to see where this story goes. But it was such a great read, and I know Perpetual, he was reading this one, he was liking it. All right, that's, yeah, 4 stories, but the more you write, the more you have a chance to miss the mark sometimes. Yeah, cover B for Department of Truth, absolutely phenomenal. All the covers on it this week are great. Let's see. So his top picks for FOC: Made in Korea first issue, second print, Made in Korea issue 2, Parasomnia, and Barbaric. Parasomnia and Barbaric are definitely in the top for me. I've been backing off on like second prints, especially with like no new cover art. But issue 2, definitely looking forward to that with Made in Korea. I think this is going to be a great miniseries. We've got Monstrous going on to issue number 35. I've heard nothing but good things about Monstrous. I missed when it started out, and it'll be one I read in either trade paperback or hardcovers or collected work at the end. And then Spawn on to issue number 319. This month in the pages of Spawn 319, we will plant the seed that will grow into the new Spawn's Universe #1, which will also be coming out this month. This cover is phenomenal. Bjorn Behrens on the cover art. We also have a cover B by Todd McFarlane, as always. And then a cover C, Francesco Mattina. Absolutely killer cover there. The number of titles that I'm reading, I can't pick up every title's second print. But it's a good story. What's going on? We got Comics Talk Weekly here. Mr. Spinetix FOC. Yeah. See, now we live potentially a one that I'm going to be picking up for reprints. Oh my God, yeah. I do remember that. Yeah, your Ultron speak was funny to try to figure out. The depends on what people order. For We Live #1, you'll see down further. It's on, I believe it's on FOC today. So depends on what the orders come out to. Another great. Oops, I skipped one here. That Texas Blood came back with issue. This issue right here, #7. We're back. Part 1. That Texas Blood returns with a brand new story arc. Chris Condon and Jacob Phillips on this one. I know if J2's still in the chat, he's all on this one. That Texas Blood, from what I hear, is a really great story. Two Moons is one that I've been really enjoying. John Arcuti's nailing it with the story, and Valerio Giangiordano and Bill Crabtree on the art and the colors, doing a great job with this story. And I'm here for the long haul with this. I hope this continues to be ongoing. Love this fictional Civil War history we got with the monsters on both sides of the war that really are coming out, and it's his job to essentially fight them back and put an end to it. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I mean the plan was, I think, a single volume. So now they're planning out what to happen with the second volume, and they'll get there. We're gonna have that the free comic book day prequel story, and then probably we'll be getting back into volume 2 with that. So let's keep going. We've got second prints by David Finch on The Walking Dead #10, 11, 12, 7, 8, and 9. I don't know why they did it in that order, but so 7 through 12. So the volume 2 essentially of The Walking Dead Deluxe. All of these have 1 in 25 variants as well that are black and white. So if that is your thing, there you go. You got some new Finch covers to collect. that are all Walking Dead characters. All right, we'll keep moving into Dark Horse. Overall, I feel like FOC is pretty light this week, but we'll see by the end what you guys are thinking and what you guys are planning on picking up. Dark Horse has some recent stories that are now being collected. Dead Dog's Bites getting collected into a hardcover. Fear Case is getting collected into a trade paperback. We got Far Cry Rite of Passage, number 2 of 3, so based off of the Far Cry video games. We've got, I thought there was something in here. Here we go. Parasomnia from Colin Bunn. If you guys haven't been paying attention, Colin Bunn's been putting out a lot of good stories recently. He, of course, is the writer of Basilisk that just came out from Boom Studios. He's got, he had the Eden one-shot from Aftershock. He's got a lot of stuff going on, and I've been enjoying all of these recent stories from him. So that is, that is a story that I'm looking forward to. Perpetual said that's on his top list as well. So don't miss out on this. We've got the artist from Maniac of New York is on this story as well. Fantasy tale of two worlds split between dreams and reality. After sun disappears, Broken Down Man braves a nightmarish dreamscape in order to find him and battle the ruthless cult that seeks to rule the land of dreams as the barrier between realities starts to collapse. So I'm in for this one. Definitely looks like a great story. There's a cover B here by Raphael Albuquerque. Pretty cool cover. I don't know if they're doing any, not doing any other ratios or anything on that. Which Dark Horse, I don't know if I've ever seen a Dark Horse ratio variant. If you're into games and game comics, there you go. Far Cry. We also have Overwatch getting a hardcover here too, so there already were single issues of that. Dark Horse is definitely the place for gamer comics, so that is a good reason to keep an eye on this section of the previews website. My new comic book day every week is crazy. What's going on? X11 Bravo Comics, welcome in. Doomsday Cult seems to try to ruin the realm of dreams. Nah, Doomsday Cult, they're doing things. I'm hoping we see some of that Doomsday stuff from Perpetual and Comic Deal and the rest of their crew. They're teasing us with countdown clocks. Let's see what else we got here. Any new series? Just a lot of hardcover collected. We've got Umbrella Academy, You Look Like Death in a deluxe hardcover edition here. And then library edition hardcover there. We have issue number 2 of the new Witcher comic series here. So another, I guess this is a book and a game comic here. But Witcher, Witch's Lament, issue number 2. It's got a cover B here by Nato Finstark. Pretty cool cover. And there's a cover C, but we don't have cover art on that yet. We'll move into all right, Perpetual. From IDW now, we've got Kanto and the City of Giants, number 3 of 3. This is like the in-between Kanto story. So we had Kanto 1, Canto 2. This is bridging between Canto 2 and Canto 3, The Lionhearted, a series that has been very, very popular and would be one not to miss out on if you're into collecting books that have potential to take off. There is a 1 in 10 ratio here. This one by Sebastian Pires. Let's see, we got Entropy in Comics. This is my top 5 books on Canto. Awesome. Hey, I mean, I make those kinds of jokes too, so if I get the disappointed size, I have to give them as well. Let's see what else we got. Some trades, graphic novels, Marvel Action Spider-Man #3. Looks like Spider-Man and Mysterio here. And these always have a 1 in 10. So let's see what we got. We've got a cover by Ariana Florian, The Mysteries of Mysterio. I like that cover. It's pretty cool. My Little Pony Transformers Volume 2, issue #3 of 4, with a cover by Tony Fleece. Story-wise, it's not a story for me, but definitely love what they're doing with these types of crossovers. I think it's pretty cool. We got a cover B by Bethany McGuire Smith, and Tony Fleece is also on the story for this one. You may know Tony as the writer of Stray Dogs. This will not have that type of a dark twist to it. Oh, I completely missed that one. Thank you for pointing that out, Trent. Godzilla Rivals. This one versus Hedorah. It's the 1970s. The world's most terrifying kaiju smash their way through New York City, and Godzilla and Hedorah do battle above, down below. Yeah, it's a one-shot. I assume that means they're probably going to do a series of these Godzilla Rivals, Godzilla versus different kaiju. Definitely sounds like that's going to be a lot different from the other Godzilla story they've got going on, the Monsters and Protectors for sure. Good looking out there on that one, Trent. Let's see what else we got. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic #99. And cover B there. Forgot to check here. These always seem to have 1 in 10s at least. Yep, just a 1 in 10 ratio on this one by Adam Bryce Thomas. And then the My Little Pony Ongoing is going to have a ratio on it as well. Keem Roberts on that cover. We got Sonic the Hedgehog Collection, and then Star Trek Year 5, issue #22. This one, oops, what was that? 77 to 78. That is a really cool ratio cover here. This is the 1 in 10 by J.J. Lendl. For all you Star Trek fans, this might be one to keep an eye out for. In terms of cover art there. Sweet. Quarterly Godzilla Rivals stories. Those are awesome. Sweet. So it looks like Comics King's going to have Bob Layton on this afternoon at 4 o'clock Pacific time. So something for you guys to watch a little bit later today. We'll keep moving. We've got one more from IDW, Usagi Yojimbo, Dragon Bellows Conspiracy, #1 of 6. So another Usagi Yojimbo mini series by Stan Sakai. Oh, I typed the wrong number there. Nope, no 1 in 10 on this one, interestingly. At least none that are showing up in previews in the normal way. We talked about DC already from Lunar, so let's head into Marvel, and then we'll hit the rest of the indies below this. Let's see what we got here. Avengers Mech Strike, #4 of 5. Again, the series that was made so that they could sell toys. That's definitely the purpose of that. But we do have this cool ratio variant here. Not ratio, just cover B variant by Ron Lim. Kind of sort of homaging the Infinity Gauntlet cover, but with a mech Thanos instead. Beta Ray Bill. This one's been a popular series already. It's a mini series by Daniel Warren Johnson doing story and art. On to issue #4 of 5. When Beta Ray Bill's quest brings him his friends, Scourge the Executioner and Pip the Troll, to the fiery realm of Muspelheim. Oh my god, I can't talk this morning. Yeah. Just going to stop trying to pronounce that right now. We've got another one of the annuals for Marvel here. The Black Cat annual #1. These are all linked with this Infinite Destinies event. So this has these backup stories of Infinite Fury, of Nick Fury versus Agent Coulson. And all of these, I believe, have some, maybe not all, but most have some connection to the Infinity Stones. And so that'll be interesting. It also looks like we will see our South Korean hero again, potentially here. The new one, even though it does talk about, it's faced with Taeguki and White Fox. So Taeguki being the new South Korean hero. So definitely something to keep an eye on for early stories of that character. Yep. The miniseries for Usagi Yojimbo do not offer ratios. There we go. The annual also, so I think this is the cover A here for the annual. You can see some of the supporting cast here. And then there is another cover here. That's a connecting variant with, I believe, the other Infinite Destiny annuals on that one there. And then we have a ratio here by Gil Sharp, which is a great Black Cat and White Fox duo cover there. Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade is on to issue #4 of 5. I was enjoying this story. I dropped it just because, again, reading too many things. But we have a character we don't see too much from recently, but Elsa Bloodstone showing up in this. And we had a new character as well from the first issue that was all part of this story. And if I remember correctly, maybe I think it might have ended with issue #3, but let's see if those Stephanie Hans variants are still. Yep. So this is for all the covers, and they're connecting variants done by Stephanie Hans. They're 1 in 25 variants, and this one depicting the Black Knight in his days of using the saber. So that is something I know Hyper, Mr. Connecting Variant Cover Masters, probably keeping an eye on those. Absolutely all in on Asian characters in Marvel. They've been well underrepresented, and now we are getting a surge of them in the comics, and I think that's only going to do good things for the stories, and eventually we're going to see those types of characters in the MCU. So new content for them to be able to create the live action for us. And then here is Black Widow number 8. Adam Hughes still doing the covers for this. We had her protege pop up in 1 issue ago. Can't remember. We've got a cover B, which is the Spider-Man villains variant by Davi Go. Definitely unique style there. Almost looks like colored pencils or crayons or something, but it's also shiny. So I don't know. However they did that, that's awesome. No ratios that are showing up, at least. And then we've got Cable on to issue number 11. Phil Noto cover. This is a really cool cover. And I don't know if this is going to wrap up the Cable series, if it's going to end in issue number 12. But I guess we'll see soon with that. Let's see what else we got here. Daredevil on to issue number 31 with Marco Cicchetto still on the cover arts here. Daredevil really is getting to a point where he's got to figure out if he wants to get out of prison or not and help the city. Chip Zdarsky's just been doing such a fantastic job writing this. And this is now, I guess, the second Chip Zdarsky because he's on crossover on this FOC as well. This is one, I think, if you're reading Marvel stories, Daredevil is one that's been excellent. Great read. We again have a Spider-Man villains variant on cover B. Eternals is moving on to issue 5. Put me in, coach. Put me in. All right, Hyper. Those Stephanie Hahn covers are fantastic. I do have issue 1's connecting cover, and it's good as a standalone. So that was it for me. Issue 12 is the last of Cable. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like they're trying to wrap the story there. We got Eternals number 5, Kieran Gillen on the writing, Asad Ribic on the art and cover art. Still murder mystery kind of thing with the Eternals. I know they're doing this series a little bit to bring light back to the Eternals because of the upcoming movie, but I've heard some good things about the story here. I thought we were done with the Todd Knock headshot variants, but I guess not. We have another one here. And also listed on FOC are some of the free comic book day books. So we have Donny Cates and Ryan Otley, the new creative team for the Hulk, doing a Hulk story here. And then Jason Aaron and Ivan Coelho doing a story for the Avengers, so free comic book day. Avengers, that looks like Namor. We've got a Shark Hulk. We've got a Thor-looking guy here. Namor is Captain America. We've got an Iron Man. We've got like a Captain Marvel. I don't understand what's going on there. Oh, that's cool. It's good to see him back. Not sure who fighting Wolverine. All right, that could be interesting. And then MODOK's making a return maybe versus the Hulk. That seems like a bad idea for MODOK to try to take on the Hulk, but okay. But always worth picking up the free comic book day books. Never know what's going to come out of those. They've had some first appearances before. They've had some interesting things happen with them. And then we've got a Spider-Man Venom issue number 1, free comic book day. This, of course, having the new Al Ewing and Ram V team for Venom. I don't know who it doesn't list, because usually this is like there's a Spider-Man story and there's a Venom story. So they don't seem to be telling us who the creative team for Spider-Man is, which could be good news and could mean that maybe we're going to have a different Spider-Man team coming up. Could be completely wrong there, though. We've got a Spider-Man story here. Giant Size Amazing Spider-Man Chameleon Conspiracy number 1. It's going to be the conclusion of the Chameleon Conspiracy. And this looks like an homage to the Spider-Verse cover. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm picking up from that. Yeah, the Daredevil cover is pretty cool. Yeah, Deathlock fighting Wolverine in the Avengers story. So that could be something interesting to see. We haven't seen Deathlock in a while. Boom is doing Enter the House of Slaughter. I don't know if they've got another one. They probably do. It's the disputed first appearance of the new virus. The Chameleon Conspiracy Giant Size has a variant here, Spider-Man Villains variant. And what else we got going on here? Previews showing a Moon Knight, Marvel Infinity Saga poster book Phase 2 trade paperback. We got some art from WandaVision. We've got Shang-Chi moving on to issue number 2. Looking like he just stole Cap's shield there. There's a cosmic cube for sale, and everyone from Hydra to AIM to the Hand is ready to pay for it. But Shang-Chi and his 5-weapon society must outbid them unless Captain America has something to say about it. And we've got a couple variants. There's a Spider-Man villain variant here by Natasha Bustos. We've got a Momoko variant here. That's a pretty good Momoko cover. And let me see. I don't think there are any ratios for this, but I am proven wrong as I speak. A Michael Cho variant on ratio. That is fantastic. Awesome cover there. And that should wrap it. So we also have another Dr. Aphra Pride variant here. There was one that just came out this last week, but they're doing a second one here for issue number 11. And then there's the regular cover, and this story is, of course, part of the War of the Bounty Hunters for the Star Wars crossover that's going on. There is a trade paperback for Volume 1 of Dr. Aphra here from 2020, so the recent Dr. Aphra, I think. No, maybe that's the first series. I don't remember. No, it's got to be this recent series. Yeah. I don't know why they're calling it Volume 1, though, if she already had a Volume 1. Anyways, Star Wars High Republic is on to issue number 6 here. Phil Noto's still on the covers. they usually got a ratio on these. This one is the Momoko 1 in 25 ratio variant. The galaxy's trying to fight off the Drengir, and we've got some alliances that maybe wouldn't happen normally happening. The Hutts and the Jedi aligning to fight off the Drengir. We've got a Pride variant here as well, with the twins. Pretty cool cover. Moving on from some Star Wars, we've got The Marvels, issue number 3. Alex Ross doing the great covers for this. And again, this story having a lot of different characters in it. And then a new Captain America story here, the United States Captain America, number 1 of 5. Shield has been stolen, and no one understands the value of the shield like those who've wielded it. So Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson set out on a road trip across America to chase down the thief, but instead they find the captains, everyday people from all walks of life who've taken up the mantle of Captain America to defend their communities. And for some reason, the shield thief wants them all dead. So Cap and Sam and Steve are going to try to defend them. We've got Christopher Cantwell and Dale Eaglesham leading a can't-miss miniseries celebrating the 80th anniversary of Captain America. So I'm assuming we're going to get a lot of different versions of Captain America, of people in their hometowns defending it. We got Something Wong in the house. Welcome in. Yeah, so we'll have a lot of different versions. We've got one here on the cover. I know they said that, I think this is the one that is the LGBT version of Captain America. We've got a knock headshot variant here. I'm assuming they've got to have a couple possible ratios planned. Maybe not. Maybe we're just doing the design. Here we go. Here's one. Carmen Nunez Carnero doing that one. And there it is. Nick Robles doing that cover. That's the one I was thinking of in my head. Yep. So yeah, that'll be an interesting kind of first appearances of a lot of different versions of, we got a Filipino, a Native American, yeah, lots of different versions of Captain America in their own communities. And then we got X Factor number 10, part of the gala. So, of course, we get a gala cover here. We've got a connecting gala cover here by Russell Dodderman. And we've got a design variant here by David Baldion with Polaris, North Star, Aurora, Dakin, Prodigy, iBoy, and Kyle. I have no idea who Kyle is, but I really hope that is his mutant name and not his real name. We also have a Phil Jimenez Pride Month variant for the gala as well. And then we should have a ratio design variant, this one for Cyclops right here. And then let me see if there's one for the Pride one. Yeah, so there's a Virgin variant of the Pride cover also. So we're moving out of Marvel. We've got Dynamite here. We got Vampirella number 21 and Vampirella Dark Powers with some special editions of it. But mainly that is it. That's it right there for Dynamite. And moving into Boom Studios, so back to the indies, we've got Basilisk #1 is getting a second printing. I love this one from this last week. Another great Cullen Bunn story. This has a lot of potential. I'm looking forward to see what they can do with this world. But yeah, second printing, art by Danny Luckert on the second printing. Dune: House of Atreides is moving into issue number 8 of 12. So we're seeing this one get to the probably the final story arc here for this story. We've got a cover B by Jeff DeCall, which does such a fantastic job on these covers. Great art as always for that one. It's an intro just for, yeah. I mean, I do the indies I just kind of follow the page though, so I do indies on either side of Marvel, so it kind of gets lost right there. We've got Many Deaths of Layla Starr on to issue number 4 of 5. Ram V. Felipe Andrade doing such an excellent job with this. I've loved this story. We've only got 2 issues in, but so cool. We've got a cover B by Ariella Cristantina, which is a foil cover. It'd be interesting to see this in foil. There's always ratios on these issues, so let's see. We got a 1 in 25 by Evan Cagle, and that's it, 1 in 25. Moving into the rest of this with Boom, we've got Power Rangers Unlimited Edge of Darkness #1. This story by Frank Gogol, which came up in the chat earlier. You know, someone was saying 4 for 4 on his stories. So if you're a Power Rangers or Frank Gogol fan, this might be one for you to be on the lookout for. Yeah, Layla Starr, amazing read. Yeah, very Eastern in references. Yep, absolutely. And that for us, you know, those of us that are used to more of the Western stuff, it's great. It's a whole different take on a lot of things. Power Rangers Unlimited, so new series within the Power Rangers universe. Frank Gogol, Simone Ragazzoni, and Dan Mora on this cover here. We've got a cover B by Jung Guan Yoon. Absolutely fantastic artwork on this one. Oops. And server error because I hit a button. Another Vincenzo Riccardi cover on FOC this week. We had the cover B from Department of Truth by Vincenzo Riccardi. And here is one for Power Rangers Unlimited Edge of Darkness. 1 in 50 cover by Derek Chu. Doing an excellent job as always on that. Let's see, do we go further with ratios on this? We do not. So that's pretty good. A, B, 125, 1 in 50 on it. This is Frank's first Power Rangers book. Yeah, this is his first, I think this is his first book that's not like a independent book. I mean, it's still, it's Boom, so it's still independent. But this is, his first kind of like licensed property kind of thing. That's awesome. Yeah, sweet. Spectre Inspectors, gonna close out here with issue number 5. I've really enjoyed this series. It's Boombox, so targeted younger, but it's still such an enjoyable read for all ages. Henderson cover B. I can't wait to see how they wrap this story up. 1 in 10 here from Bowen McCurdy as well. And that's it for the last issue there. And of course, you guys know I love this story. We only find them when they're dead. Al Ewing writing, Simone DeMeo on the art. I just love what they do with these covers and the way that he stylizes it. It's so cool. As you know, it came back at issue number 6, 50 years in the future from the last story arc, and some crazy things happening. Maybe our previous captain is this god that they've seen now. It's hard to say, but they're trying to figure that out. Tony Infante on cover B art. Cover C here, a 1 in 25 ratio by Mattia de Ulius. I don't know, but whoever it is, damn good art. And we've got maybe some conspiracies afoot in this world now, so definitely something to be reading. What's going on? We got Hoodrat in the house, and we got Macbee in the house. Welcome in, guys. We are just getting to the end of things here with the comics and graphics novels section, which often has some of the best reads hidden in here. And not all of them that fall in the comics and graphics novel section get to be in that Final Order Cutoff area. So you always got to be reading the previews catalog and getting ahead on things so that if they don't get to be on the cutoff, you've got them pre-ordered. So that usually includes publishers like SourcePoint Press, sometimes doesn't make it into here. Behemoth doesn't, but will soon. Antarctic Press doesn't usually make it in there. So what's up? We got Bricks the Iron Geek in here now as well, and K Titus all the way from Japan. Welcome in. And Sith, Mr. Hallmark, saying a reminder that You Had Me at Aloha was released on the Hallmark Channel last night. Yep, and Behemoth will be ending up on Final Order Cutoff. Not the books that are in the catalog now, but the next offering of books should be on Final Order Cutoff, from what I'm told. Yeah, and so we already, the last set already had a initial order cutoff last month, and I talked about those. I think last week, no, maybe the week before, just to let you guys know about those. And I always try to cover that in some way because Behemoth definitely is always one of those publishers that I'm gonna buy pretty much every book from because they're always quality. And they always hit that same level of same type. You know, they have the same. If you like one of their stories, you're probably gonna like all their stories. So it's been pretty cool. Yep. Yeah, and so if you're trying to watch MFKZ or Turbo Kid before those series come out, MFKZ is on Netflix. Turbo Kid is on Amazon Prime, so you can go and get those, and or you can go and watch them if you have either of those, so that you're kind of caught up on what's going on. MFKZ, the comic, was originally published, I think it was France, and then became a movie over here, and now it's going to be a comic over here. So it's kind of an in-between there. And then Turbo Kid is a Canadian independent film, and this is a prequel comic that they're going to have. And You Promised Me Darkness, you guys know I love that. It's all on my wall over here too. So Entropy and Comics, you know what's good. Spare Parts, yeah, it's going to be a one-shot for the movie that's coming out. It's already out now, the movie, which you can rent that on, I think, Apple or Amazon Prime, something like that. And the cat, yeah, the cat cover. So if you like that cover, you can go to their website and get it on a poster. So that is an option that you have. And another upcoming series from them that I'm looking forward to so much that I already got a poster. Cinnamon. This is like the cover C for it. So definitely, you guys know what? I'm all on Behemoth. And I've been talking with Nathan. Probably sometime in the next 2-3 weeks, he's going to come back and hang out on the channel and talk about Behemoth books. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, let's get into this. We've got the last book here for autumnal, issue number 8. This has been a phenomenal series. Daniel Kraus, Chris Sheehan. I never knew that you could make a horror story about leaves, and they did it, and it's just awesome. And now this is our final cover B here, which I think all of those cover Bs have been really cool with the leaves and what they've been doing there. Yeah, you guys should be following Entropy and Comics over there. Oh my god, you guys. This is why you don't do 8-hour shows, man. Gotta get that sleep. And the other interesting thing is autumnal number 8. They haven't had a cover C. I think maybe they had one on issue number 1, but not since then. And we have one for the final issue here. I don't think there are any. There wouldn't be any ratios, but we haven't had a cover C for this in a while. Now this is a big new series from Vault, Barbaric number 1. I have read issue number 1. It is fantastic. Michael Morikai on writing, Nathan Gooden on the art, and you don't want to miss this one. It's a tale about a barbarian who just wants to kill, but his bloodthirsty battle axe, whose name is Axe, is actually his moral compass, and essentially he can't kill unless the person is bad. And so that leads to some very interesting situations. And he gets like brought into this like arena to like fight people to the death. And yeah, fuck this shit. He's not a fan of magic either, because that's part of like his curse. We've got some cool covers for this. Josh Hickson on the cover B with our bloodthirsty battle axe here, and a cover C homaging Conan the Barbarian, of course. And I don't remember if there's ratios. There probably are. There's a polybag variant by Tim Seeley. No cover art revealed yet. A 1 in 15 from Corin Howell, who Corin is the artist on Shadow Service from Vault. So great artist. Another great cover here. The powers of this witch are very, very cool. And I'm definitely a fan of what they're trying to do with the story there. We have a 1 in 30 ratio variant from Richard Pace. Do they go further? They go with a 1 in 50 from Derek Robertson. Oh man, I want to see what the art is on that. Please tell me it's been released, because Derek Robertson does some killer art. It's nothing. We also have a 1 in 75, it looks like. Dang, none of those have been released, unfortunately. Unless this one. 1 in 75 is, okay, here we go. Here's the Robertson black and white cover Virgin. So they've put the Virgin non-colored version up, but not the regular colored version. Okay. Yeah, so Barbaric, great story from Vault Comics. Don't want to miss that one. From Titan Comics, we've got Blade Runner 2029, issue number 5, with a lot of different covers on this one. Source Point Press, we've got Boston Metaphysical Society, a one-shot here, The Scourge of the Mechanical Men. Granville Woods and Nikola Tesla are in a race for time to save Boston from a mysterious disease that turns human beings into soulless machines in this steampunk adventure. So if you're into steampunk, this may be one for you to get. Or if you're into Nikola Tesla, definitely another reason to get this one. Speaking of Frank Gogol, we've got Deadhead Kid Suburban Job getting a trade paperback, collecting issue number 1 through 4 from Source Point Press there. And then Aftershock Comics continuing with The Girls of Dimension 13, issue number 3. Graham Nolan on the writing, Brett Blevins on the art, cover art. I don't know what happened, but I don't think I ever got issue number 2 from my store. It was on my pull list, so I'm only read issue number 1. It was pretty good. We'll have to figure out what happened there. From Ablaze, we've got Gung Ho Anger number 2. So this is, I think, the 3rd volume of Gung Ho. Just keep going with this Gung Ho world here. Several different covers. Cover D here is pretty cool. Pretty plain background, but the character in the front is interesting. We've got Kaiju Max Season 6, issue number 2 from Oni Press. This is the final season of Kaiju Max. We have The Land That Time Forgot, Fearless number 3. This one from American Mythology Productions. And then this one, I missed out on getting this one, so I'm going to be getting the second printing here. Locust number 1. This one from Massimo Rossi, Alex Nieto from Scout Comics. So this is your shot of getting this if you missed it the first time. Massimo Rossi doing some other stuff right now, Vietnam horror, and from Behemoth Comics, and from Scout Comics horror imprint Black Caravan. He's also on Broken Souls Ballad. So definitely a good story to be looking for. I know this one was hard to find, so definitely if you're interested in that story, worth going and picking up. And this has just been a fun one. Man Goat and Bunny Man, issue number 3. This is from Xenoscope. I know Perpetual was on this one as well. We're about to see the final showdown here, and there's going to be some demons involved. And as always, we've got a cover B for Xenoscope Books, and this lady trying to sacrifice the man goat on the altar. So we'll see what happens and how they conclude this story. I really liked issue number 1 and issue number 2. Maniac of New York issue number 2 is actually getting a second printing now, just like they did with issue number 1. The second printing is just a bloodier version of the first printing. And that's been a great story from Aftershock. From Archie Comic Publications, we have Mighty Crusaders, The Shield one-shot with a cover A by Rob Liefeld. And he's doing the interior arts, apparently. So expect a story that involves no feet. Let's see if we actually get... Oh, look, our preview for this is Aliens. All right. Good job, Diamond. Good job. And look who we got here. We got Lou in the house, Aegis Comics of Alaska. Got some Man Goat and Bunny Man love here. Yeah, Shield has several different covers. I'll be honest, I'm not looking to pick that one up. But moving into Aftershock, I feel like it's been a while since Miles to Go number 4 came out, and here we have number 5. B. Clay Moore and Stephen Molnar on this story. I don't know if this is going to conclude the story, but Aftershock often does 5-issue stories. From Vault Comics, we have Money Shot issue number 12 and a black bag variant, so probably something explicit on the cover there. From AWA Upshot, artists, writers, and artisans. If I could talk today, that would be fantastic. Redemption number 5. Also another one that might be concluding here. This is the effects of the spine ticks hangover. People rolling in a little bit late today, but that is all good. From Humanoids, looks like they're doing a hardcover, which is often what Humanoids does versus single issues. Shy Ninja. Looks like an 11-year-old with social anxiety disorder, but on a dare, she enrolls in a fake-sounding school for ninjas and then learns that it's actually a real ninja school. Another one from Aftershock on Final Order Cutoff this week. Undone by Blood, Other Side of Eden. Lonnie Nadler, Zach Thompson, Sammy Cavella on the art. This one being the follow-up series, but not directly linked to the previous series of Undone by Blood. Back to Vault, we've got Vampire the Masquerade number 9. Looks like we got a winter Christmas kind of special here. And then the ones that speculation market-wise you might want to watch for from Aftershock. We Live number 1, 4th printing. Again, a color swap of the first issue. Main cover, we had a green one, we had a red one. I feel like I'm missing a color in there somewhere, but I love this story. We Live was fantastic. I'm glad that I picked it up, and shout out to Sith for sending me that first print. This looks like a really good adaptable story. Volume 2, whenever it comes out, I'm really looking forward to it because of the direction that this story flipped to by issue number 5, and it felt like a natural progression. And speaking of issue number 5, we've got the 3rd printing variant here. This, of course, being, without spoiling it, such a key issue into the future of the We Live world. The Miranda brothers, Roy and Inaki, just kill it on this book, and I loved it. I can't wait for them to do more with this world. I mean, I'm not gonna be ordering Shy Ninja myself, but that's it does look like a interesting story. It's got a good premise to it. Yeah, pretty much. Sweet. Glad it made it there. Definitely let me know what you think of that. I'll look forward to your talking about it on Spine Ticks too. I love the Osaka Mime graphic novel from Behemoth. Andy did such a good job with the story on that. And yeah, Aegis Osaka Mime sold out at the shop. It's sold out pretty much anywhere. I think you just kind of got to get lucky and hope that I don't know if I could cosplay the cover on that one. Which, also speaking of, shout out to Aegis for getting that for me pre-ordered from them from this website that we're on right now. I'll show you. Oh, I guess it logged me out. I'll have to show you guys how to set that up. But if you are looking for a new LCS, hit these guys up, Aegis Comics of Alaska on Instagram. You essentially just give them your name, your email address. They'll put you into the system. Previews will send you an email asking you to confirm. You give Previews the information, and boom, you've got a pool box set up within Previews. Let me just do that real quick. So when you're in Previews, then you are looking, and so like this, Man, Goat, and Bunny Man, I get from my friends in Alaska, and ordered and subscribed. So I had got all the issues for that from them. But what you do is you go in, you just say if there's a cover that you see that you want, like We Live #1 4th print. Say you want that one. Here we go. We can see all of the covers here. We had 2 different shades of green. That's why. And then you go ahead and say, I want one, ordered. And remember, if you're ordering it, you got to pay for it. So every Wednesday, the books that come out, they send you an invoice. If you've got one book, obviously you don't have to have that shipped that week. Let them know, hey, I'm going to wait till there's a couple more books, and they'll send you the invoice the next time. Pay for it, ship it out. Never leave too many books sitting in your box, though. They are an LCS that depends on you to buy your books every week. So definitely hit them up if you are looking for a new LCS. I heard it's kind of hit or miss. Osaka Mime either got to the shop on time or it came the very next week. So I don't know what happened with Diamond on that one, but I'm glad it wasn't like a Diamond shorted people kind of situation. Also from Vault, and a series that I've been loving, talked to the creators on, Witchblood. It's on to issue #4 now. Just a phenomenal story about witches, vampires, Texas, cowboys, hex hunters, so many different things. This world is yet to be fully explored, and there's so much more that they want to do in this world, potentially even up to 26 issues if you're good enough to keep supporting the series. We might get those 26 issues. This here, cover C, is a connecting variant. The first 5 issues, I believe, are part of the connecting series by Yoshi Yoshitani. And these tarot variants are just top-notch by Lisa. And she does such good art on the interiors of this as well. So this is a series I always recommend to people. Just absolutely phenomenal. And then we end with there's American Mythology Productions having Zorro. So if you're a Zorro fan, there's a series. It's ending here with issue #4. That is everything for Final Order Cutoff for Lunar. There's one other thing I want to shout out and let you guys know about. This is, I'm blanking on the name at the moment. It's right behind me though. Voodoo Nation. So this one is another Kickstarter that I'm supporting. Voodoo Nation's issue 1 and 2. Issue 1, they already did a Kickstarter for before. There's 8 days to go on it. They've hit their goal, but they're looking to hit some stretch goals here. And the next one being a 200 backer goal, unlocking some digital comics, So 12 backers away from that. This is by Travis Gibb. I met him at Pensacon, and so this is from his production studio, Orange Cone Productions. Luke Stone is the artist on this. I've got issue 1 here of Voodoo Nations I picked up from him in person. Travis is going to come on the channel tomorrow night. We're going to talk about this some more, some of his other stuff that he's got going on. Really cool stories that he's got. Another one broke down in 4 Dead Bodies I've got behind me here. So again, Kickstarter for Voodoo Nation issue number 2, which for me is pretty cool because it's going to take place in New Orleans, and the last one took place in Brazil, and so we see kind of this interesting play into the voodoo culture and the power behind that and the belief. And so they're saying, for fans of Insidious, Lock and Key, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Underworld, other supernatural horror stories, it definitely takes a great turn towards that supernatural horror. And just what she does at the end of issue number 1 to I don't want to spoil anything from it, but to save someone that she loves is definitely it definitely sets up this next story very well, and we can see got some cool covers here as well that you can get, different pledge levels. But I'm really a fan of this cover. I don't think I backed for that cover. I can't remember. Maybe I did. Yeah, I did, because that skull cover is really cool. And the real covers I wanted the most were the ones with Bourbon Street on them. I thought that was pretty cool. But you can also back and get issue 1 as well. And so there's a catch-up kind of backing tier, and all kinds of other things. This is showing what projects have gone through and been fulfilled from Kickstarter. Yeah, the other one that I actually picked up from him in person was this Cthulhu Invades Oz, which was really cool. I really enjoyed that anthology series. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting this when it happens. I'm looking forward to talking to him tomorrow night. We're going to be streaming at, believe 8 p.m. Eastern. I have to double check. I'll post something on Instagram once I have the link and everything set up and the thumbnail for that. But yeah, just another one I want to tell you guys about on Kickstarter that I'm supporting, just to get more of those lesser known indie comics out there, so that they can get the support needed to tell their story. And I haven't backed a comic that I regret backing and finding that the story was not what I thought, or it was bad. So this is another one that I am saying worth checking out. What's up, Copy? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, about to wrap things up here, so go ahead and check out the rewind. But that's it for me today. Of course, if you've been watching and have zero idea why I'm talking about these books, these were the books on Final Order Cutoff this week. So today is the last day for lunar orders from your local shop. So the DC and some Scout books are on that. And then previews is tomorrow. So the rest of them, and then second prints from Scout often end up on Final Order Cutoff. So Locust #1, second print was on there. But yeah, lots of Aftershock books this week, lots of Vault books this week. So go ahead and get those orders into your shop so you don't pay eBay prices later on. Copy lives. I'm guessing this is Copy just waking up. No Hat Sparks variant episode. I think the more common version of me nowadays is no Hat Sparks, but I guess it's still a variant, right? Thank you. Yep, it's a pretty cool tie-dye cap shirt. But thank you guys, for watching this. I've got some reviews of some. Speaking of indie books, some indie books that were dropped off at my shop for me to check out. Chaos Breaker from Vortex Comics and Queen of Skulls, also from Vortex Comics, as well as a review and shout out to the people who created this one here, Mest Comics. So these will be coming up probably, we'll drop one tomorrow morning, one tomorrow evening, and then one the following morning. But if you think this is a David Mack cover, you'd be right, because David Mack did cover art for this. And their stuff is on mestcomics.com. This is volume 3 for them, about essentially a kind of sci-fi fantasy sewer system that we've got some crazy shit going on in the sewers and coming to life, and our hero Lilliput is one of the sewer workers and works to fight back these creatures from the depths. And so it's really cool story, very indie. So something worth checking out. But yeah, again, thanks again, and catch you next time. And here is that Woody FOC clip for you guys one more time. Woody. FOC. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.